Hey, it is 586. You're here. I'm here. Welcome. My name is Bill Selleck. He, him. I'm your instructor for the next 8 weeks. So, tiny bit about me, and then we're going to jump into the course. I'm going to give you a course overview, and then you're going to jump over to the week one page, take a look at week one, and I'll dive more into week one. So, up first, I've been adjunct faculty here at Concordia University Irvine going on 10 years now, I think. I should look that up on LinkedIn. I wonder. It's been a while. I've taught all the courses in the educational technology program at some point. This is one of my favorites, top three. I think you're going to like it. Not that you really get a choice, but I think you're going to have a good time. My day job is I'm director of technology at Hillbrook School. We are an independent K 12 school in the San Jose area. We've been around almost 90 years, 88 years as a K 8 school, and this will be our second full year coming up as a high school as well. We're adding a high school. I was actually just in downtown San Jose meeting with AT&T, where of all things I'm getting a telephone line, like not an Ethernet cable, a skinnier RJ11 connection. They ran a copper strand, literally two copper wires, a POTS line, plain old telephone system that's been around just about 200 years, running it from a busy intersection downtown through some conduit up into the server room. Little things like that. That is what I'm doing because we are opening a new building in a month. Whoa. New students, all the students, grades 9 and 10, in 2 months. It's amazing. So, anyway, that is my day job. I have 3 kids. They all go to Hillbrook with me. They are heading into, I guess I'll call them rising 7th grader, 6th grader, and 4th grader. Before I was tech director at Hillbrook, I was teaching kindergarten, 2nd grade, and then 4th and 5th grade music. So, really love the elementary age, love what middle schoolers are capable of, and high school is just like its own thing that's amazing. Like, it's, yeah, exciting times. Using competency-based learning in high school, where it's not A, B, C, D, F. It's actually like checking off competencies, so it's definitely a progressive high school, and I'm so excited about it. It's going to be super exciting. So we're moving to the San Jose Armory, which in the 1920s and 30s was a legit armory for the California National Guard. It's wild. Anyway, more than you need to know about that building, but that's a bit about me. So, jumping into the course, I'm going to give you just a quick overview. I also recognize that you are a capable adult that can click around, but I want to give you, I've taught this course a number of times, what I think is the most useful kind of overview. It's very generically called EDUT 586 Educational Technology, and we're going to look at the intersection of technology, pedagogy, and content. We're going to look at critical reflection and how that applies to teaching, and then also it's not just about you learning it, it's how you share this broadly with the teaching community and step into more of a leadership space as you are approaching the completion of your master's in ed tech. This course continues to be asynchronous, which means you're not going to come to class on a certain date at a certain time. This also incidentally aligns with the California Department of Ed's views on technology. I was part of the Educational Technology Task Force about 12 years ago, and we're still now just implementing those things. But the big recommendations of that group were that with technology, learning can happen at any time, any place, and any pace. And this course absolutely does that. You can rewind this video if you're like, what did he just say? And I don't need to repeat myself. If we were in person, you'd be like, what was that? Can you repeat that one more time? I might write it on the whiteboard. But if you missed it again, like, it's gone. Here, you just rewind it, dig into it a little bit more. Each week begins on Monday at 12:01 a.m., very official. Everything is due Sunday before midnight. Your discussion board posts tend to be initial assignment is due Thursday by midnight. 2 responses to 2 classmates are due Sunday by midnight. Make sure to look at the discussion board rubric. You're going to want a citation in all of those, mostly just to get you in the habit of citing sources and not just being like, I think this. I think this because of this source, and it gives you some APA practice with that. So, course materials, make sure to take a look, obviously, at the syllabus. Reading, there's not a dedicated textbook, just that APA guide, 7th edition. Look at the Meet Your Instructor part, look at the discussion section, make sure and look at late submission policies, academic honesty, the online writing lab, the OWL. They're all fantastic resources. Click through all of that, read through all of that. That syllabus and the MAED policies, those are our contracts with each other. So when you're like, can I turn this in late? I'll be like, copy and paste late policy. What about this? Here's, all those policies are laid out. Please make sure to look at those. You're responsible for those. So, very high level overview of each week. Each week you'll get a video from me and announcements from me. So I'm not going to dig into any one assignment or any one week now. I just want to give you like a high level couple sentences about each week. So week 1, you're going to make a video, what's new about me, where you're going to answer the question, what's new about me? But not me, not like Bill Selleck, what's new with him? You, what's new with you? By the way, Epic Dad Jokes, our favorite pizza place in the city we live in is called My Pizza, and just the dad jokes abound. Kids are like, can I get my pizza? And I'm like, you want to get your pizza? And they're like, not your pizza, my pizza. And I was like, we're going to get my pizza? Just, I can do that for hours. What's new about you? But the video is called What's New About Me. You're just going to share, updates in professional or personal life. Week 2, you're going to build a class website. I would strongly recommend Google Sites for that. More to come in week 2 about that. Week number 3, you're going to design a student project using SAMR along with the ISTE standards. SAMR is a model that shows various integrations of technology. Not that they're better or worse, but that they're more or less robust. It's an acronym because we love those. Substitution, augmentation, modification, and redesign. Did you see that? I blanked out on the A. I'm like, what's the A? Stands for applesauce. Does not stand for applesauce. That's brat if you are sick or a family member is sick. Week 4, you're going to work on creating a professional or personal learning community, a PLN, on Twitter, on X. I'm going to continue saying Twitter. I have thoughts about that. We'll get to it. The idea is that you don't need to be alone as an educator. There's ways to be a connected educator, and the week 4 assignment introduces you to one of those ways. You're going to read some EdTech blogs, find some communities. Week number 5, you're going to do actually 3 collaborative tools: Padlet, Google Maps, Google Slides. And yes, Google Maps is an interactive collaborative tool. One of my favorites, actually. You can do some cool stuff with students in Google Maps using My Maps. Using your maps, using My Maps. Week number 6 sounds a little intense. It's not as intense as it sounds. You're actually going to write and submit a technology grant proposal. I wish I had that assignment when I was getting my master's in EdTech, because I actually was able to get several mini grants. That's part of how I was able to do some pretty innovative stuff in my classroom, mostly when I was teaching 2nd grade. And mini grant, by the way, is like $500 or below typically. Up to really $1,000 counts as a mini grant, but $1,000 in your classroom? Yes, please. Week number 7, you're going to implement a flipped classroom model. You're going to create and embed instructional videos. And week 8, you're going to finalize and submit those flipped video classrooms and lesson plans. You're not going to submit the classrooms. You're going to submit the videos about flipped classroom. Flipped, at its most basic, is instead of... that's cool. Quick aside, I'm using my mobile phone, my iPhone 14, for the camera. I'm pointing at one of my 3 lenses right now, and I just got that little boop was a notification I'm getting a phone call. It's wild. It gives me that. I don't want to answer that, though. I'm making a video. Anyway, that's never happened before with a continuity camera. If you're logged in the same Apple ID on your laptop and phone, and Bluetooth and Wi-Fi are on, then you're able to use the camera. Anyway, looks much better than the built-in webcam. So flipped classroom, the idea traditionally is, let's take like 6th grade math. Let me teach you math lesson during math class and then homework at home. That's why they call it homework. Flipped instruction flips those so that you learn the lesson at home by watching a video, and then you practice it when you actually need help with it in class. At its most basic, that's what that is. What else do we have? Yeah, head over to week one. I think that I'm going to leave it right at that. Glad to have you reach out if you have any questions, and we're going to have a good time over the next 8 weeks in EDUT 586.